Students, we'll go with the next part of module 1, that is length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent. Now length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent means this is whatever I'll give you a description. I'm considering a polar curve, that is r is equals to f of theta. Okay, I will consider one point on this curve, that is p of r comma theta. When I join, this is the initial line OX as previously told. OX is the initial line. When I join O and P point, this will become the radius vector R. Okay, and the angle suspended between this initial line and the radius vector will be theta. Just take a note. This is the initial line and this is the radius vector. That angle is theta. When I draw perpendicular from this point P, okay, that is, I will draw a tangent at the point P such that it will cut the initial axis. I will draw a tangent at P, okay, such that it cuts the initial axis. Then the angle between the radius vector and the tangent is denoted as phi, okay, which we have seen the derivation in the previous video. How to find the angle between the radius vector and the tangent. Let it be phi. The tangent, when it cuts the initial line, it suspends an angle of psi. Okay, so this is notation is psi. When I extend this tangent, okay, and from the pole O, when I am drawing a line perpendicular to this tangent, okay, perpendicular to the tangent, this ON will be taken as the length of the perpendicular. ON is taken as the length of the perpendicular, that I will denote it as P. So when I am drawing here, it will be a perpendicular line, okay, from this tangent to this pole. So we have to find what is the length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent given by, means what is P equals to given by, we have to find. Okay, so when we start for the derivation, this derivation is also important. We have to start with the description saying consider a polar curve r is equals to f of theta. Okay, let p of r comma theta be any point on the curve. I am considering a polar curve. On that polar curve, I am considering a point that is a p of r comma theta. Let O be the pole and OX be the initial line. I will join OP. This description can be written on your own. Okay, I will join OP, which is equivalent to what? R. Why it is R? Because I have said it is what? Radius vector. And angle XOP is how much? Theta. Okay. I will draw a line ON, okay, from the pole to the tangent, okay, at P. This is a tangent at P drawn, okay. So that ON distance, I will denote it as small p. Just understand the difference. This is capital P, this is small p, okay. Let phi be the angle made by the radius vector and the tangent. Already discussed. This is the phi, okay. So now, I will consider the triangle OPN. I'll consider this triangle, okay, because I'm finding the length of the perpendicular ON, okay, that is P value expression. So I'll be considering this whole triangle. So if you see, as per your back knowledge, if I'm considering this OPN as a triangle, this is the angle phi, right? This angle, when it is denoted phi, the side to it, okay, the opposite side will be, this is opposite side. This will be the adjacent and this will be your hypotenuse, as you have already gone through in your PUC. Okay. So with the help of this, I will be defining for sin phi. What is the actual definition of sin phi? It is opposite upon hypotenuse. That is ON upon OP. ON upon OP. Now, ON is how much? We have taken ON distance as small p. So, substitute here small p. OP we know that it is R. So, P by R is what? Sin phi. Shifting this r this side, I will get p is equals to r sine phi. This is what the length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent expression, that is p is equals to r sine phi. Okay, where p is the length of the perpendicular, r is the radius vector, and phi is the angle between the radius vector and the tangent. This is one relation. The same relation can be put in some more simplified form, okay, some more other form. There are two forms here, so one by one we'll be seeing. Either we can use, depending upon the problems, we are going to use the expressions what we have derived, okay. So if they say derive for p is equals to r sine phi, means this much only you have to derive. If they give you a expression of the form, if they give in this form 1 upon p square is equals to 1 upon r square plus 1 upon r raised to 4 into dr by d theta the whole square, then you have to proceed with what I will be explaining with the derivation. This is very important as per the exam point of view. So we are going to come across this expression now. Okay, this is also an expression for length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent. So to start to derive, if they ask you that expression, you have to start from this only, starting, okay. Then consider the expression. Here we can represent the expression in two more forms, okay. So I'll consider equation 1, p is equals to r sine phi. I will square this equation on both sides. This becomes p square, and since it is into, this will get separately squared and this will get separately squared. So it will become what? R square sine square phi. Okay. So once I get squared, I will take the reciprocal on both sides. Reciprocal means what? 1 upon. Here also it will become 1 upon. So I am taking reciprocal of that. So 1 upon p square is equals to 1 upon r square into sine square phi. Next, 1 upon r square, I will keep it as it is. As we know that 1 upon sine theta is equals to what? Cosec theta. So this becomes cosec square phi, because here angle is phi now. Okay, do not get confused. Now 1 by r square, I will keep it as it is. Cosec square theta, we know that it is 1 plus cot square theta. So I will try to write cosec square phi as 1 plus cot square phi. And as per from my previous derivation, we know that cot phi is what? 1 by r dr by d theta. I will substitute over here. So 1 upon p square is equals to 1 upon r square into 1 plus 1 by r dr by d theta the whole square. This becomes 1 by r square into 1 plus 1 by, separately it will get squared, so it will become 1 upon r square. 1 square is 1, r square is r square. This becomes dr by d theta the whole square. It doesn't become d square r by d theta square. It's wrong. This is dr by d theta the whole square. When I multiply this 1 by r square to both the terms, this becomes 1 by r square into 1, it is 1 by r square. 1 by r square into 1 by r square, it will become 1 by r raised to 4 into dr by d theta the whole square. This is one expression, one more expression for length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent. Maximum in the exam, this derivation up till here they will be asking. So you have to start with the starting onwards, what description I have given. This whole description, find out what is p is equals to r sine phi, then square it, then take the reciprocal, take the reciprocal of 1 upon sine square phi, you write it as cosec square phi. Cosec square phi must be written as 1 plus cot square phi, and from the previous derivation substitute what is cot phi and simplify. That will give you the derivation for the length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent as 1 upon p square is equals to 1 upon r square plus 1 upon r raised to 4 into dr by d theta the whole square. So we'll see one more form of that also. So here to represent in one more form, they will be asking you, you have to find or prove that, okay, prove that for the curve r is equals to f of theta, 1 by p square. As I told you, p is representing the length of the perpendicular. 1 upon p square is equals to u square plus du by d theta the whole square, where u is 1 by r. First question would be prove with the usual notation this. They may ask this in the exam or they may ask you in this form. So if they ask you in this form, again till here you have to continue the same. What previous derivation and this derivation, it should continue. Then to get this, I have to start with this now. Let 1 by r is equals to u, as already been stated in the question only, but sometimes they don't give. So consider 1 by r is equals to u. I will differentiate this both sides with respect to theta. So when I am differentiating 1 by r, we know that differentiation of 1 by x. What is differentiation of 1 by x? It is minus 1 by x square, right? So likewise, differentiation of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. But I am differentiating with respect to what? Theta. And r is a function of theta. Therefore, minus 1 by r square into dr by d theta we have to write. Okay. And differentiation of u with respect to theta is du by d theta. I will square on both sides. So this minus will become plus. Into it is, so separately it will get squared, separately it will get squared. So 1 upon r raised to 4 dr by d theta the whole square is equals to du by d theta the whole square. Means now where all 1 by r is there, I will substitute u in this relation. Where all 1 by r raised to 4 dr by d theta the whole square is there, I am going to substitute du by d theta the whole square. Means my relation will become now here when I substitute. Okay, 1 by p square will remain as it is. 1 upon r square means you are going to substitute u square. Why? Because 1 by r is u. Then 1 by r square will become what? U square. And this quantity I am going to substitute du by d theta the whole square. Hence proved for the relation. A very important relation as per the exam point of view. So this is how to solve for the length of the perpendicular from the pole to the tangent. Very important as per the problem point. Thank you.